Welcome back to the Reidel Law Firm Odyssey channel. Continuing the second video in our traps that early franchisors or startup franchisors face when starting their system and building out their system. Last month we covered compromising your system for sales. Huge trap, and everybody falls into it almost always. So don't do it. Watch our video on that. There's a link in the description. Next one I want to chat about is not proving your concept. So this is interesting. This came up in some conversations at the National Restaurant Association show in Chicago in May, and it was we had folks to come and chat with us, and some of them had one unit or maybe a handful of units. Some of them didn't have any units, and that was the question: is how can we franchise and we don't have a unit? We don't operate the business. We don't do anything. It's an idea. Let's franchise the idea, right, and build it as people pay me. And it sounds great and interesting. You can use other people's money to build that, right? But the trap there is building a franchise system and putting in the effort, the capital, in the time. It's an expensive endeavor through any metric, whether it's your time, your money, your capital, your in whatever, all of that. It's going to be very expensive and time consuming. But anyways, the issue is you don't put all of that effort into starting a franchise system without proving your concept. And that's the question is, how are you going to sell your franchise idea? How are you going to franchise something that you can't prove the concept works? And you can't demonstrate the systems work. You can't demonstrate that clients love it, right? Customers will love your concept and be loyal customers. You can't. So that is the big that's the big trap there, is that people who are offered maybe some money or have some investors or family or friends who want to put money into it and say, hey, we'll give you money, start the franchise and we'll help you with it, when you haven't proven your concept. You don't know if the market forces will support your idea, right? Your concept and your idea, and whether it will be successful or not. So don't try to franchise without proving your concept. That's really the trap there. That's all that it is. It seems very simple, but it happens. People will try to franchise without a unit. Or in the reverse, what I've seen too is that a franchisor, they have one unit, and then they franchise it, the concept, whatever it is, and then they sell their existing unit to their first franchisee. And now the question is, and I just had this recently, I represent the franchisee, where the franchisor states that they have a home base, that first unit where they're going to train people, where they're going to test new recipes and develop new products. And now with their very first franchise sale, they're selling that unit. They no longer have that. They don't have an R&D kitchen or an R&D facility at that unit. They don't have a training facility to train new franchisees. What are they going to do? It makes very little sense to me. I don't know. I'm sure that they had counsel on it and have a plan. But it's just reading the FDD, the franchise disclosure document, and seeing that they expected to run the franchisor training and operations and R&D out of the unit that they're selling made me question whether they truly had thought out that process and what would happen and what they need to do and what their obligations as a franchisor are. So just a quick example there that I wanted to share. So consider that. Don't franchise without proving your concept. If you're thinking about franchising, whether you have an idea or a concept or a unit and you want to learn more, reach out to Reidel Law Firm. We'd love to chat with you. I love hearing about folks' ideas and concepts and how we can help expand your business and expand your concept either across the region, across the country, or internationally. A lot of cool ideas out there that I've seen and helped folks with. So it's really a passion of mine. So reach out. Let's chat. ReidelLawFirm.com. You can find the details in the description there. And let's figure out a way to work together. Take care.